Good day, guys. Being here. Today I'm going to talk about detail groups. And on the project browser, so once you create them, so they will be listed here, detail. Okay, so let's start. So first I'm going to create a drafting view. So I'm going to show you an example. Okay, so now in drafting view 1 to 20, so I'm going to draw some detail lines. Okay, so maybe let me just change one type, line style. Okay, 900, maybe I wanted to draw some joinery. Okay, so and some drawers. So I think 600 maybe, and I'll just copy this to okay, and kicker 100, and then I'll just draw some. Okay, so now these are drawers, and maybe I'll just drag this to. And also, let me just do the okay, so this is it. And what I want to do is I wanted to add some text. Okay, so usually what we do is we add text. Oh, hang on. So let me change this to 2. And maybe I'll just use maybe dr. Okay, so drawer. And I want to add this on so every corner of these panels, but you of course you can copy these text. That's all good, but you can also do this. You can also create a group. Create a group. Or let me just call it the DR. And with this one, so see this. So you can see this dashed blue color dashed says X and Y. So this point is the origin of this group. So and then you can just drag this point to the here. Now if you Control C and Control V, so you will see that you can place it directly onto this corner, and then these groups will be placed exactly at the same location. And of course, the good thing about group is you change one, you change all, right? Okay, so this is one example, and also another example. Let me show you. So I'll just quickly draw a maybe just draw some detail line. I'll just do detail line DL, and I'll just draw something like this. Let's say this is a handle, and I'm going to maybe move it roughly to here. And okay, so I think that's it. And I want to place this handle to all these panels. So of course you can copy and paste, but what I'm going to do is create a group first. I'll call it handle detail. Okay, and then drag this. I want to use a point. In this case, I think I'll just drag this up to here. So actually, I won't be able to pick the point because that's not a midpoint. So what I'm going to do is I'll just draw a detail line, and maybe just draw this. And now I found this point up. So which means my group is not centered. So I'm going to center this group first, and then select this group, drag this point to this point. So now I know that my handle is centered to this panel, and I think we have some issue here because we can't find this send point. But the thing is, if you let me just draw some detail line, more detail line. Okay, so another one. So this, and Control C and Control V, you can directly place on this midpoint of this line. Okay, and for this one, I think we probably just need to find the midpoint because this is a continuous line. So which means we need to find, a midpoint there. Once we find that point, we can Control V and place it on there. Okay, so this is it. This is the two actually same example. So create a group, adjust the origin, and you can copy and paste. And it's quite easy. So now I'm going to show you another example. Okay, so so this time I'm going to first quickly draw some arrows. So for example, I'll just draw an arrow, and I'm going to create different type. So this one, let me call, what's this? Maybe I'll call this arrow 200. Okay, so I'll create this one. I'll call it arrow 200. Okay, so I'm going to use this one for some, specific purpose. And then I'm going to just copy it, ungroup it, and then maybe I'll just change the size and even change the style a little bit. So something like that. Okay. And actually, I'm going to rotate it because sometimes you just draw an arrow and in different direction, and then you make another group. So this time I'll call it I'll just make it 300. Okay. So I'll just make a group. I call it arrow 300. And okay, so then I'm going to copy this one again, ungroup it again, and make it different again. Okay, so this time I'm going to, so maybe I'll just change this one into a dashed line. Okay, so maybe this arrow to be sharper and mirror Okay, so this is a different one again. So maybe I'll just make it 500. And also for this one, I'm going to write a text here, some like I'll call it something like this. Change the size to, I'll call it XYZ. Okay, and I'll make this whole thing into a detail group. So I'll call it arrow XYZ. So now we have three different group, different type of arrow. So now I'm going to use it. Okay, so first I'm going to because when we create, they are facing different direction. So if we place one, so if I go here, place detail group, find that arrow, so for 200, so it will be, so you will see it will be exactly like the one we just did. Okay, so and then if I change this one to 300, you will see it will change to this direction. Okay, and if I change this to XYZ, you will see it adjusts the location as well, because this is the origin point. So what we can do is, so we can adjust them to make sure they facing, when we change these arrows, they are still facing the same direction. So this is how to do it. So first, just need to decide which direction you want to use. So for example, these two are facing the right. Maybe we can just make this facing right as well. It's not rotated. If you rotate, it won't work. So if you create another one, so you will see this one. If I go back here again, so detail component. Oh, sorry, wrong one. Group, where's group? Here. Place group 200, and you will see. Actually, it does face right, but if I change to 300, it will go down. So this is not right. So instead of, let me just rotate this back by 90 degree. So instead of rotate this group, so you need to select this group. So now you will see X is this direction, Y is this direction. And just check this one. So X is right, X is the same direction as this arrow. So what we need to do is we need to select this group and drag this one up so it faces the same direction as this arrow. So now if I select, so let's try this one. If I change this to 300, you will see the arrow stay the same. Okay. And another thing is we need to see this one, the origins here. So we should probably just drag this back onto the arrow. So if when we change the type, so you will see it stay on the same midpoint. Or you can even, it doesn't need to be the midpoint. You can drag this back. So at the same roughly, if that's 200, I want it to be relative, maybe 100 from this end. And this one as well, because this is 300, maybe I'll drag this back a little bit here. So now if I change this one from 300 to 200, you will see relatively this will be the very similar length. So you'll see. Okay. And okay, so this is another example. Okay, so let me just go to floor plan. So I'll just show you another example. So sometimes I'll just do some walls, and I'm going to place some PowerPoints. I'm going to use detail groups instead of actual model, because sometimes we just don't need to model everything in. We just need to tell the builder where the PowerPoint is. So the easiest way is you can just create some field region. So for example, I'm going to quickly create a field region. So I know it will be, it's probably not the right symbol. I'll just quickly draw it. Let's pretend this is the GPO. Maybe I'll just add a detail line to it as well. Okay, so this is detail GPO, and once finished, I'll just create. So I'll call it GPO, maybe maybe single. Okay, and this is it. And what I'm going to do is I'll just move this to the wall. And sometimes I don't want this to sit on the wall because of the line weight of all the lines. I like to move it away a little bit. So then once I move this away, and I will just move this point down there. So I can very easily Control C, and I'll just place it somewhere else. And okay. And also, once you place it here, so for example, if I place here, because my origin is on this wall, I can very easily use rotate, and you will see the point, the the center of rotation will be sitting on the origin. So I just need to rotate about 90 degrees. So if I copy this one to here, and I know that I just rotate it by 180 degrees, it will facing the right direction and stay like 50 mil away from the wall. So it's very simple to use. And then, so once I have this one, I can very easily, I'll just copy this one on group. And for example, I'll just type in some text. For example, I'll call this F for the, oh, hang on. This is 1. Let me just make it maybe 1.8. Okay, so, and I'll just make this full fridge, for example, and I'll just create another group. I'll just call it GPO fridge, and then just make sure, see this one? So we need to just rotate this one, and because you can't just drag it and type in a number, I don't think you can, no. So you need to, you just move it down there, move it up 50 and drag this origin down. So now you can select this one and change it to this. Okay. So let's just create another one. So this time I'll just ungroup and what do I do? What waterproof, so for example, and then once again create a group GPO waterproof and OK. So once again drag it down here. So maybe I can just draw a line there so I know where that point is, 50, and select this group, drag this point to this end, and then delete this line. So now I can just go back. So these two are exterior GPO. I can just change them, and that's it. And of course, this looks like quite too small. Maybe we can change the text. So maybe make this smaller, even make 0.8 for example. So more narrower, and I think that will be better. And also, if you want to make them bigger, edit group, and I'll just rotate RE scale it, make it 150, and finish RE. I think that's better. And then drag this, adjust this a little bit, finish, and so it will change all these. Oh, hang on, what's this one? Oh, okay, so let's do this edit group. So this is because the line, so left vertical, right top. I'm not sure. Maybe change this one. Finish. Let's have a look at this one. This is not right. Let me have a look again. Okay, so there's maybe, let me just edit the type. I'll change this one to 0.1 and see what happens. Okay, so I think we should just make it narrower. Finish. Yeah, I think that's better. Okay, so that's pretty much it. So if we can copy from group to group, edit. I just copy this one, Control C, finish, edit group, and I'll just Control V, and I'll just move MV, move this to this point, HH, delete DE, and HR, finish, and this will change all this type. Okay, see this one, and also for this one, let's do it again. Delete. Oh, hang on. Control V. Paste first. Okay, so paste. And oops. MV HH DE HR. Drag this one. So we need to change this one to the 1.5, and also I want this to match that one, so probably finish. I'll drag this down. I'll just move MV, use this point to here. So now I can try to align this. Okay, so there, that now they are in the same location. Finish, and that's it. So now we can just this one change from different type. So all good. That's about it. So detail group. If you have any questions, please let me know. And also, if you can't place, if you can't leave images or Revit files in the YouTube comment, you can try and find me on Twitter and ask me any questions. Okay, so and also there's a folder, so if for you to drop in any files if you want me to have a look. And thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.